Hey there, welcome back to the Queen of Wands. I am Pat. I'm doing a midnight stroll tonight, just dropping off some energy for you guys. Thanks for joining me. I truly appreciate you guys. All right, I hope you had a beautiful day, and I hope that you plan on having a beautiful day on this Sunday. Okay, thanks for joining me, all of my subscribers. I truly appreciate you all. I have some energy here for you guys, and it's about the gang stalking, karma. And whoever this is that's gang stalking the collective, they have been warned to back off. All right. And they know that you're very intuitive, and they know that you know what's going on with this situation here. Somebody is very unpredictable. It's a serious snake energy here. All right. And this person is all about temptation, lust. All right. This is the biting the apple of misery to me, poison apple energy here. And it's like a duel. Somebody could be very street smart. They know how to run the streets and how to handle the streets and how to hustle the streets. All right. And these could be feminine energies here. Okay. We could be messing with some kingpin type of energy. Okay. Kingpin or queen pin type of energy. Okay. And it's something going on here at this strip club. All right, with some strippers here. Something's going on here. It's a fire involved in a situation. It's a bank involved in a situation here. All right, somebody could be trying to burn something down. All right, that's bank owned, or it's a bank involved, some bank fraud type of energy here. Somebody could be trying to burn some bank documents, some forged documents. All right, on how something was inquired. It could be some bank laundering going on, where some finances could be coming from. All right. Yeah, somebody's hiding something from you. Okay. And this is they lying about it, and they stole something from you as well. Okay. It's some mail fraud going on here. Somebody could have stole your mail. All right. Somebody could have stole your mail. All right. And somebody's trying to buy you. All right. But they're buying you with stolen money. Okay. Somebody could be shopping, buying you a bunch of gifts and doing a bunch of shit, but it's with stolen money. And Divine said, who knows? It could be your own fucking money. Somebody could have credit cards in your name, fraud you, identity theft. All right. And on these energies, I got the FBI is involved in the situation. All right. The feds are involved now. Okay. And the next card right here is something has to do with a car crash, and somebody was drunk when this car crash happened. Okay. So those are some energies right here. Okay. In addition to somebody is lying to you. Okay. And somebody is facing karma and trying to intimidate you in the situation. Okay. Somebody know you're very intuitive, and they were warned to back off on you. All right. Somebody's intentions or motives are not pure. So just be careful of this energy here. Okay. Let me get off into this. Yeah, somebody's trying to intimidate you. Somebody's very unpredictable. It's like somebody's planning and plotting. Somebody trying to catch you off guard type of energy here. Okay. Yeah, somebody's hungry. Somebody's thirsty and shit. All right, in a situation. I feel like it's feminine energies out here that's streetwise, but also they could be dealing with a male energy that's streetwise as well. These are hustlers to me. Okay, yeah, cruel intentions. They have some cruel intentions for you. Somebody is definitely planning and plotting something very cruel. All right. Holy Spirit, could you clarify this cruel intentions? All right. And it's because of jealousy. Because they're jealous of you. And that's why they planning something cruel here. Okay? Yeah, they're trying to catch you off guard. They're trying to be unpredictable. Okay? Holy Spirit, what is this energy? So it's like they can run up on you. Definitely planning and plotting here just because of jealousy here. Because they don't like the words that you're saying. Somebody feel like you're outspoken. Okay? Somebody trying to shut you up. They want to close your mouth. All right? They jealous. All right? Somebody's trying to install fear in your life. They want you to be afraid. Somebody could be throwing out fear energy to you, making you feel insecure about what it is that's coming out your mouth or what it is that you're saying. All right? They try to install fear so you can shut up. Okay? Somebody want you to let them in. All right? But they're only trying to let you, they only want to come in because somebody is up to no good. Somebody is still plotting, or they're working behind the scenes with people that is plotting against you. All right? Somebody still think they can come on in your life and run their shit and still try to get over on you. This is somebody and people that's could be in a covenant. They could be working together to try to plot against you, to shut you up, shut you down. I feel like if you let this person around you, it's a setup. Okay, I just feel like this is a setup. You cannot trust this person. This person could have tried to set you up before. Somebody still think that they can get into your graces. They still feel like they know what to say to you, and that's why they feel like you'll still let them in. But this person carries snake ass energy. You cannot trust this person. They thirsty. This person is a liar. All right? Yeah, they just want to have sex and have fun with you. This person could look good. They could be a good lover, but they just want to have fun with you and get back in, because this person is still attached to entities. This person still carries dark ass energy. And they're just going to get you caught right back up into something that you probably healed from or working on your healing. Holy Spirit, what is this energy here? All right, yes, this is craving. Yes, somebody's craving you. They really want to sleep with you. Somebody's craving your vagina, okay? Or your part, your private part, whatever this is. But somebody's craving that, okay? They really want it, okay? And this is low-key snake. This person is a low-key snake, all right? They crave everybody. This is somebody who's very manipulative and somebody who think that they can tie people down sexually. So just be aware of this energy here. This is somebody with a sexual addiction and their main focus is lust. Okay? And this is deep feelings. Alright? They have deep feelings for you, but they don't know how to handle you. Alright? This is somebody, they might have deep feelings for you, but they're not about love. They're not about commitment. You guys are not on the same page. They just have deep feelings for you. And it could be multiple different people that they have deep feelings for, but that's the deepest it's going to get, because this person don't know how to love properly. Okay? And this is know-it-all. Somebody think you're a know-it-all, all right? Or they're dealing with a know-it-all, or they think they're know-it-all. All right? Somebody think they know everything, and they don't. Okay? Holy Spirit, give me some more energy. All right? This is eye contact. This person can't even make eye contact with you. If they do, this person's eyes might look red, or some type of devilish energy. It's something in this person's eyes that you see that you don't trust about this person. All right? This person might look different to you. The way they look at you might be different. It's something about their eye contact. Okay? Yes, you're changing. You're no longer into this energy. You're changing yourself. You're working on yourself here. And somebody's still stuck into ploy and mind games. Plots, manipulation. Yeah, somebody's working hard, all right? Working hard at supposedly working on themselves, all right? Somebody could work really hard at their job, all right? But this is their inner monologue. Somebody's trying to work on themselves. Somebody could be trying to work on how to speak, how to talk to you, how to address you. Somebody know they're not on your level. They know you have changed. They know they have to put the work in here. All right. I feel like somebody's ancestors could be warning them to back off of a situation. Somebody's ancestors is warning them to back off, as well as divine, because I feel like somebody's ancestors know what's to come if they don't back off. They could be having dreams, yes, to back off. You know, it could be a grandmother or auntie or something telling karmic energy to back off, because something is about to go down here and they're about to be drenched with burdens. All right? That's why they're being warned to back off, because they're about to occur a whole lot of burdens if they don't back off. They know that you're intuitive. All right. They know you already know what's going on here. All right. But I just feel like somebody's being warned to back off of this situation here. Yup. And brush this off and let this go, because now somebody is being petty. All right. You have done nothing to these people, but they continuously try to get with you because of, look at this. They continuously try to, because Divine said you're an empath. This is why people mess with you. This is why people gang stalk you, because you're an empath. This is why they're doing this to you, collective. All right? Because you're an empath and they pissed off and they want your gifts. They want what you do, what you have. Your God-given spiritual gift. This is what they want from you. All right? And they want to clone this energy. All right? They want to know the future. They want to know what's going on. They want to use these gifts for other intentions that's not good. And you could be using your gifts for like what I'm doing. Trying to save humanity, put out messages here, let you guys know what's going on, trying to teach self-worth, self-love, trying to learn how to value yourself as well as your kids, your family. All right? Somebody wants your gifts, but they want to use them for dark energy. Okay? They definitely being warned to back off, to brush this off, to let this go, all right? Because things are not going to turn out like they expected them, okay? Somebody's being silent, not saying much, okay? So this is, yeah, because somebody's just using sexuality here now at this point, all right? Somebody's just using sex here to try to control you. Thank you, Holy Spirit. That's what this is about. All right. Somebody's definitely dealing with a sexual addiction, but this has gone too far. And that's why somebody is being warned to back off. Okay. So I'm also being guided to clarify this lookout, this street smart lookout person with cruel intentions. All right. So I'm being, who's been warned to back off from you. Okay. This person could already be facing karma. Holy Spirit, what is these intentions of this person? What is these intentions, these cruel intentions of this lookout, the street smart energy? What is these intentions, Holy Spirit? You got any messages for us in this deck? All right, a problem. They're trying to create a problem in your life. They're going to be a problem. They have been. Okay? And they're just trying to create problems and burdens in your life, which is basically being triggered back to them. They're creating burdens in their own life, trying to create burdens in your life. Okay? They're trying to create problems in your life. Okay? And this is fix-it chick, because they think you can fix shit. All right? They think you can fix shit. And this is another reason why they want your gifts, because they feel like you know how to fix stuff with your gifts. You know the outcomes of situations. All right? You know how to predict. All right? Yep, and they desperate. All right? They want to know what's going on in their future, in their life. They want to know outcomes out here of situations. They want to know what's going to happen on stuff. And that's why somebody trying to hold on to your energy. They're trying to hold on to you. All right? Because you can fix problems, they think, by knowing the outcome. Look at this. And these are the same people who could have hired an assassin to kill you as well. They want your energy. One of these people right here, they could be an assassin. It could be a female assassin. Everybody think it's a male. It could also be a female assassin here. All right? All right, so Holy Spirit, let me clarify this energy. I felt this energy too. I really felt assassin, death plot energy as well. Okay? And this is of a soulmate connection or a soulmate. All right? Holy Spirit, could you please clarify this hidden assassin? All right? This person could be stalking you. This person could drink a lot. But this is somebody's wish fulfillment, is to see that you dead and gone. All right? This could have been a feminine energy that hired an assassin. They're facing judgment. They're facing karma for this. Whoever hired this assassin to off you is now facing karma. All right, this is some judgment has been brought here. This situation has come to an end. This is not going to happen. Your ancestors stopped this person. They was warned to back off here. Now the FBI is brought into this situation, they said. Somebody was recorded with this plot of trying to off you. Somebody even could be using burner phones. You could be getting phone numbers from different numbers, and then when you call that number back, it's nothing. Holy Spirit, what's going on with this assassin? Yep. It could be a Libra. A Libra could have hired this assassin, or the assassin could be a Libra. But as you see, once again, justice scales is here. Karma is here for this situation. Right here, again, karma. Alright? Somebody tried to put this in your life. Alright? Something could be with a Knight of Cups, a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Alright? And they could be healing. Alright? Or either somebody is getting over a death. Okay? So I don't know if there was an assassin hired to kill a Knight of Cups, a Libra. Alright? A player. My Knight of Cups is a player. Yeah. They could have gotten paid a lot of money to do this. Eight of Pentacles. They got paid a lot of money to off someone here. Alright? Holy Spirit, what's this energy? Too many cards. What's this energy? Yup. This situation is about to be balanced out. Alright? Somebody could be a guardian angel. If somebody did die in this situation, they could be a guardian angel here in heaven. Alright? Somebody did cause a lot of conflict. And this guardian angel, if this did happen, is trying to tell somebody what happened here. Alright? 1 and 4 is 5. Alright? It was conflict with this situation here. Alright? Also, divine stepped in here. Alright? Anything else on this assassin? Holy Spirit? Anything else on this assassin? Yeah. 3 people could have been involved in this situation. 3 people could have got together and paid this assassin. Alright? And sad as it sound, if this person did kill someone, somebody celebrated. That's fucked up. Somebody was happy about it. Somebody literally thought they was going to get away with this. Look at this shit. It was their wish fulfillment. Somebody was happy about this shit. Yup. Somebody was happy about that. It could have been 3 people, you know, involved, like I said, involved in this situation. 3 people. And then somebody tried to move away. Alright? If somebody did this, they tried to move away or disappear. Take off. Alright? Something could have happened even on a boat. It's something about a boat. It could have been some type of getaway. Something could have happened by the water. You know, I kept telling y'all I see something about Murder Creek. Alright, look at that. Somebody could have got stabbed or killed. 10 of Swords is here. Alright, this could be a secret. I don't know why I just heard somebody's body could be missing. Alright, so let me get off of that. That's enough of that situation here. Okay? But it's a lookout energy here. Alright? I don't know why I feel like this was something together. They saying something was together. So I want to clarify this, you know, what was the back off? What was the warning? And who was these street smart people? Alright? Yeah, it could have been some type of stabbing here. It could have been a stabbing on a boat. Alright, Holy Spirit, what is the street smart energy? What is the street smart energy? What is the street smart energy? Somebody shouldn't have went someplace. Somebody was invited to a setup, is what I hear. Alright, Holy Spirit, what is this street smart energy? Yeah, somebody's wish fulfillment, a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They think they street smart. Alright? Yep. They always get their way. They always win. The lookout, Holy Spirit. Who is the lookout here? Who is the lookout in this situation? Somebody was the lookout. All right, right here. Somebody was the lookout. Who is this energy? Who was the lookout, Holy Spirit? All right, it could have been a Queen of Swords. All right, an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That person could have been a lookout. Somebody even could have been drunk in a situation. All right, Holy Spirit, clarify this street smart person. It could have been a water sign. Who is this street smart person, Holy Spirit? All right, this street smart person. This person could have been a transgender energy. All right, this could have been a transgender energy. That's street smart. This person know how to handle the streets. 8 of Wands energy is here. I feel like it was some fast action. Something took place really quickly. All right, something happened really quick. It came at somebody quick. They didn't know what happened. Yeah, somebody even could have got stabbed in the heart. All right, somebody's heartbroken in a situation here. All right, and somebody's regretting a situation that they got themselves in. You know, and it's funny right here because this card right here fell on the floor from another deck. All right, a transgender. Something could have happened to this person. You know, that card fell right here on the floor. So that was like, wow. All right. And then I see this card right here where it could have been a male energy with some makeup on. All right. I just look at everything when I do readings here. Okay. So that's just something going on here. And who was warned to back off of his situation, Holy Spirit? Who was warned to back off of his situation? Who was warned to back off? All right. 9 of Wands. Somebody could have tried to start a fight. It was a lot of defensive energy. Somebody went through enough. Somebody went through a whole hell of a lot of shit. Somebody could have been going through shit for 9 years. All right. Somebody could have some blue braids. But somebody was warned. They did enough shit to somebody. Battle and bruise energy here. All right. Look at this shit. To the fucking Queen of Wands. All right. So I resonate with some of this shit right here. Okay. Yeah, I've been through a lot of shit here. All right. And it's a Page of Wands here that was warned to back off. All right. It could have been a Queen of Wands that was warned to back off. A Leo, Aries, or a Sag. All Queen of Wands are not good Queen of Wands. Okay. But they was warned to back off of a situation. Somebody been through enough. All right. It could be an Aries here. All right, but I get the energy that somebody was warned to leave these people alone because they've been through enough. You know, somebody was warned here. Okay, yeah, somebody could have got set up and got hurt in a situation here is what I'm seeing too. So it's a lot. Somebody's motives was not pure. Okay, was not pure in a situation. All right. So somebody's definitely facing karma for all this shit that they've been out here doing, okay? Somebody definitely facing karma for causing a lot of difficulties, all right, with the collective, all right? Holy Spirit, what are some of these messages here, all right? What are some of the messages here in regards to this reading? These warnings, being told to back off, leave people alone, all right? What is the motives, all right? What is these motives and these intentions? What was the motives and intentions here behind this behavior? All right, behind this. It's a lot, Holy Spirit. All right. They said, because somebody wanted control. Somebody wanted to control you. Tie you up and keep you controlled. Keep you stuck, all right? This was a player, all right? This person wanted to keep you controlled and stuck. They wanted your energy here. All right, this is where all of this came from, originated from. This person was unstable, which is unstable. All right, this person was not stable. They was just a player. They was out here just having fun, living life. All right, no serious anything. Okay, and this is a big change. You made a big ass change in your life, and you stepped into your queen power here, your queen energy. All right, and you were dealing with someone who was very unstable, who was very controlling, and who was a player. All right, yes, you're developing something new. All right, you have bypassed a milestone here. All right, and now you're making a move, and you're up, you're leveling up. All right, you're leveling up here. You recognize what this situation was. Somebody just kept you in a umbrella state, and this was shelter from the storm. You had to shelter your self from a storm here. All right, it's like your safety net. You don't want to step out of your comfort zone. You may not want to take a chance with any relationships right now due to risk, all right, but also due to insecurities because you haven't quite healed yet. All right, you went through a lot dealing with this player. All right, dealing with this energy right here. This person took you through a lot. All right, this energy could be coming back around to tempt you. You could be getting tested again. All right, this person want to make you a tempting offer. Okay, this energy right here is an offer of love. All right, but divine saying this is temptation. This person wants to see if they still have control over you. Okay, this is too green, too immature, too inexperienced to understand real love. This person don't understand real love. They still want to play mind games, mind fuckery with you. All right? This person is impatient. They want to rush in, skipping, inventing. They skipping the process. They just want to come in and have passionate love. They just want to be enthusiastic that you guys can be back together. It's like they don't want to talk about anything. They don't want to say anything about the past. They just want to move forward and pick up where you guys left off of. You know, whatever ended, whatever they chose over you due to temptation. They just want to don't want to talk about none of that. They just want to go right into wherever you guys left off at. Okay? Divine said it's time to release this person. This person have a hard time releasing toxicity. All right? Walking away to find your peace. Learn when it's time to surrender and let go in a connection. Stop holding on to motherfuckers past their expiration date. It's time to notice red flags with people, okay? This person could be spying on you now because you have nothing to do with them. You moved on with your life. You caught on to who they were. Toxic. You know, a player. Somebody who brought out your insecurities that you had to work on and heal within yourself. This person could be spying on you. This person spying on all the exes. All right, this person has a control problem. This could be a narcissist that we're dealing with right here. All right, Holy Spirit, what's this energy here for this reading? What is this energy for this reading? All right, what is these motives? What are these intentions here? All right, and this is magic. All right, definitely they're still in some type of energy where somebody's doing magic on this person. All right, speaking words over someone to gain influence. Somebody sending out evil eye, speaking negative energy over you to try to influence you, to try to control you. All right, they're still attached to a devil energy that's doing magic as well. All right, you won't get the answers to your questions from this person. Something is hidden. It's like the questions, you got the questions, all right, but this person is not answering them. This person has a problem with the truth. All right? You're left alone to find the truth in these situations, to find the truth to the answer of your own questions. All right? And this is sin of omission. They purposely left out key information about what the truth is. This is someone who is trying to give you half-truths. They purposely leave out the main key information that you need to know. They purposely leave that out. You know, and the information that divine sin they leave out is the deal breaker. It's the deal breaker. They leave it out because they know that that is the deal breaker, and you will walk away from them. Yeah, somebody's motives are still toxic. Somebody just don't fucking learn. Somebody's still manipulative as hell, okay? And this is, you're taking a risk getting back with this person. This person has risky behavior. Yes, you're coming out of your comfort zone, but maybe it's time to move in a new direction, all right? This person is never satisfied. They're only satisfied temporarily. You will only have short-term satisfaction with this person before they feel the need for something else. All right? This person keep holding back. They still like to utilize their options. They still open for options. And this is the energy that is going to string you along. And then once again, when they find something else to get a better option, they're going to go ahead and take that option. All right? You need to work on your healing here. All right? If you keep tolerating this energy, you definitely need healing. You have issues as well. All right? And just because you're lonely doesn't mean you have to accept bullshit, to be in some type of commitment, So if you still tolerate this energy, you need healing. You need to work on yourself because you don't love yourself enough, all right, to draw in someone who could love you. All right? And this is self-esteem. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Self-esteem is what you need. You are beautiful inside and out. But when you deal with somebody who is never satisfied, who's always out there checking out their options, treating you as an option, that fucks with your self-esteem. It makes you feel like you're not good enough for the very best, to be completely happy, to have a one-on-one relationship. All right? So make sure you heal, all right? And make sure that you notice the red flags. Going from person to person and relationship to relationship, you just still dealing with insecurities of the past, and you could bring those into a new relationship, and it could destroy a new relationship. Wondering if someone is always cheating on you, wondering who they're talking to, where they go, why they didn't text you back. All of those insecurities from the past that you could bring into a new relationship could destroy it. So that's why Divine is asking you to really heal, work on yourself, love yourself before you take any risk, and develop your self-esteem. Ooh, go ahead, Holy Spirit. I like that energy. Yes, and that's what you have to do to get a new life, to have a new beginning. Or you'll keep meeting people like this person who is never satisfied. All right? Yup. Divine said, treat yourself like a queen and know that you deserve the very best. You don't have to keep, going back and forth in relationships. All right? And this is locked away. All right? You don't have to lock yourself away because somebody didn't treat you right. All right? You don't have to shut yourself out of the world. All right? Because you had a hard time with a player who treated you like shit. Okay? Holy Spirit, any more messages in this? Divine wants you to open up here. All right? And start trusting yourself. Trusting the divine. Trusting that everybody is not out to fuck you over. All right? Just watch who you vent with. Watch who you talk to. All right? Not everything or not everybody can be trusted. All right? And don't tell people about your history and things that you went through. Don't let people know what you tolerated, because then they'll try to put that bullshit back on you again, or somebody will know how weak you are, especially somebody who's a manipulator. All right? Don't tell people of your past, all right? Because then, just say, hey, it didn't work out. I went my separate ways. Maybe that person wasn't for me. I didn't feel a connection. Say stuff like that. Don't be like, well, they cheated on me. They did this. That's not everybody's business. You don't have to discuss why something didn't work out for you. You don't have to discuss a toxic relationship that you stayed in too long. All you have to do is say, it didn't work out. I chose another route. I chose a new direction. Me and that person wasn't on the same page. Simple as that. Okay? And this is deceptive energy here. All right? Somebody you were dealing with is very deceptive. All right? They has betrayed you. They will again. This person keeps themselves caught up in scandals. All right. And this person has a lot of toxic tendencies. That's why this person is not committable energy. They non-committal energy. They don't know how to be stable long enough. They don't know how to stay out of drama, out of scandals, out of toxic energy long enough to maintain a relationship. All right. This person is worried. All right. This person is always focused on negative aspects of life. They overwhelm with anxiety. They make things awkward around themselves and others because people are starting to pick up on this energy. People feel like this person is always up to no good. This person hurts people. This person cheats. It's like the whole community know who this person is, that they can't be trusted. And this person's reputation is affected by this, and they're very well aware of, their reputation and what people are saying, what the community is saying. Okay? Yes, about their choices and their decisions. All right? This person is trying to make a decision now, a final decision, and it's weighing heavy on this person about their lifestyle. Something is deceptive, and something is being exposed about this person, about a relationship, about who they deal with. Yeah, their sins are coming out. They're being exposed. Shit that this person is doing. This is that energy of Pandora's box is now open. All right? Pandora's box is now open. All right? So you're an empath here. All right? And Divine is saying you're being stalked because of that. And because of your gifts. People want to clone you. They want your energy. They want to do what you do. They want to know where you get your energy from. All right? So let me get y'all some messages on this. All right, I'm just up tonight, dropping down some energy. If y'all want to book a reading, please give me a shout at queenofwands50@gmail.com. Yep, they want to bind you. All right? They want to bind your energy. They want to clone you. They need your gifts here. All right? They need your gifts here. I'm going to check my email to see if it's working again. Yeah, so it's things that you guys could be watching on TV that could be triggering you guys. All right? And I am watching things on TV, like these shows. All right? If you notice, it's a lot more witchery shows. All right? Today I was watching this show called Maggie. All right? It's on Hulu. And she's a tarot reader. All right? And I was like, wow, why am I watching this? Maggie is a tarot reader. So that's like a little show about, seeing the future, her destiny, her giving people readings and stuff. It's like a comedic type of energy as well. All right. But it's a lot of things that we're watching on TV. We could be getting signs and synchronicities from things that we watching on TV. All right. Transporting energies through eye gateway to the subconscious. So things we're watching could be signs and synchronicities. You could be getting a lot of signs and synchronicities just from shows, all right, that you turn to. Okay? Holy Spirit, yeah, they want to bind us about our gifts, how we see things, how we know things. All right? You could be watching TV. I'm telling you, something could flash up and you'd be like, oh my God. And the first thing you think is it's a sign or a synchronicity. Not everything grabs you, but certain things on TV grabs you. And that could be a sign or a synchronicity. Okay? Yeah. So here's a possession type of energy. These people, whoever this is, I feel like it's a covenant. All right? God said it could be government. But this is some energy that someone wants to, it's a dynamic energy right here that sees you as a possession. So I feel like this is covet energy. They want to weaken your spiritual state. They could be doing spell work and magic to bind your gifts, to keep you stuck, to shut you up, to make you lose your gifts. All right? So they want possession of you. All right? And this is being put on a pedestal in the spiritual community. And Divine said it's not going to happen because you have high ranking in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual community. So they can do a lot of spell work and binding spells if they're like. It's not going to really work right here. They're even doing graveyard spells on us. this collective. You guys could even be seeing bats out here. All right? But divine said it's still a sun, a light at the end of the tunnel here. Because they really got a lot of intentions behind the scenes here. And that's why they gang stalking us here. All right? Clarify gang stalking, Holy Spirit. Clarify this gang stalking energy. All right? And this is, yeah, a window. They want this portal to open. They want your soul, your thought. All right? But this is protected. Divine said you are protected from intruders. All right? They want a window to your mind, your thoughts, your gifts. Ooh, this is pretty deep. All right? What's this energy? Yup, look at that. This spell work. They're doing heavy spell work on you to get to your mind. They're doing heavy spell work on you to make you lose your gifts. Look at this shit. Heavy spell work, evil eye, curses, voodoo dolls. Senrita. I can't even pronounce some of these spells. Obeef. Witchcraft. All kind of magic to make you lose your energy, to make you lose your gifts. This is how they gang stalking you. Whew. Clarify empath, Holy Spirit. Clarify the empath energy. Look at that. They mad because you're a fucking warrior. They mad that you are a warrior. Okay? They are mad because you are incarnated to strive through many spiritual and physical attacks and trials and tribulations. All right? You are evolving into a spiritual leader, a teacher, and a conqueror. All right? You are a fucking warrior. You are an empathic warrior. And they mad as hell about that. They mad about that. And that's why they trying to attack you. All right? What is this clones, Holy Spirit? All right? Flying monkeys. Damn. This is so deep. Flying monkeys. These clones ain't nothing but flying monkeys. And that's what divine is saying. All right? And this binding. They want possession of you. All right? What is these? Look at that. Upside. Look at that. They done made a voodoo doll of you. Out here making voodoo dolls. They want you upside down. Look at these 3 cards fell out. All right? They gonna made a voodoo doll. They want you upside down and they want to sacrifice you. They want your blood. They want you to have blood on your hands. They want to take greed and power over your life, and they'll do whatever it takes to win this sacrifice, which is you. Okay? And look at this. Because we dealing with a cult leader. I told you guys this was a coven. I told you. This is a coven energy right here. This is so deep right here. This coven want your gifts. They know that you are an empathic warrior. All right? They mad because the spiritual realm has you on a pedestal. They're doing anything to sacrifice you. All right? This is killing you. Kidnapping you. This is really kind of scary here. Doing heavy grave magic, death spells on you. Also, they can bind you and keep you stuck here. And they have a lot of flying monkeys working for them, doing this to you. All right? They want to clone you. They want to be you. So they want to sacrifice you so they can clone you and take all your gifts and your abilities. Divine said not. Your ancestors said not. Any more messages here? This is pretty deep. Any more messages here? Yes. All right. So this is music. All right. So you guys could be listening to music, sound frequencies that have power to influence the mind, emotions, and spirit, used to implant energies in your subconscious. So y'all make sure about these frequencies and all these healing vibrations and musics and stuff that we listen to. Make sure that you listen to something that is not infected by energies, is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, moon cycles, moon phases. So it's a baby witch out here, all right? This could be a new witch, somebody who just started being a witch bitch, All right. And this person does a lot of spell under the new moons. A lot of spell magic under the new moons. All right. Holy Spirit, what's this energy? Yes. A realm Jupiter. This is somebody who's in the realm shifting your reality. This is jumping, making a big effort, changes towards a life that is greater harmony and prosperity. So this is what's happening in the realm for you. All right. This is like a realm jumper. I don't know why I said Jupiter. Maybe something happening in Jupiter. Okay. But this is in the realm. It's like you're up on that pedestal. You're making high jumps in the realm. The spiritual realm. You highly covered here. All right. In the spiritual realm here. Look at this. Somebody doing background checks on you. Trying to check you out. Trying to see. They said if you have a criminal history. Somebody trying to get you caught up into stuff. But you got a clean record. You got a clean record, they saying here. Yep. Somebody trying to do this soul tie. A powerful spiritual bond with one another that's formed through a spiritual or emotional connection. You have a soul tie with someone, okay? And you're a shapeshifter in this person's life. All right? You could have shapeshift this person into something different, but they're keeping it on the down low because they in a toxic covenant. All right? If they try to reveal something or change, there could be a sacrifice. You transforming somebody right here who has dark energy, okay? You are doing the work on this person. I just feel like this person could also be a transgender, all right? This person is, seeing things differently, okay? And also somebody's doing, sacred rituals behind the scenes. They definitely got hooked up in a coven, and they can't believe how deep this coven went. They back here having ceremonies, rituals done in private to achieve their agenda. Okay? And this may involve a group of people or is done by one practitioner. All right? And this is what they're doing here to cause all this drama in your lives. Okay? And to the collective here. Because they want greed and power over you. Okay, so this is what I have for this video. All right, if you want your own personal reading to find out what's going on here, give me a shout at queenofwands50@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.